beautiful Puget Sound just to our west. You get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington.
This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Start he was hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Shotgun now for Lance.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
Throwing on first down is Lance. He'll swing this out to Mostert.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Now remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. On first and 10, here's Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Lance now to throw. The same target, same result. It's Kittle.
That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
When you think about this strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time, great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play. Mostert will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. Third and goal.
Again, it's Mostert.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Raheem Mostert.
His first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 16. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Second and 10.
Throwing is Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. So Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
He'll find his man. That's Freddie Swain. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson.
That one to Swain, complete.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
On 1st down, it's Carson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Wilson.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
26, Mike. 26, Mike. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Man left, man left. Forward out, forward out. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. Watch the screen. Pass. 14, 14. Watch out. Go, go, forward out, forward out.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. There he goes right side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Wilson. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Wilson. And that's complete to Swain. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
26, Mike. 26, Mike. I got one.
On 1st down, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
6 yards left on second down.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something.
Now a give, right side. Carson. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The Seahawks on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Wilson. They shakes him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Lance now on first down. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jones. Hit, and the ball's out. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Throwing now is Lance. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second down and goal. Lance. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, as the first half is winding down. And the Niners would extend their lead here just before halftime. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime.
A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Watch 20, check 20. Single. 26,
Play action. Now Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So they'll run it again with Penny.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's Carson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game of the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now a second down and 6.
It's going to be a long day. 19. Long day. 26, Mike. 26, Mike.
Wilson leaves this one with Penning. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners 30. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. They run it with Carson. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense.
They go play action with Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complete.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, CD, you know, with receivers, we talk about their speed, great hands. It's tough to quantify elusiveness, but they say he has great elusiveness, and he showed it right there with a run after the catch.
And I caught a quick glimpse of him before the ball was snapped, and there was something about his body language where you could tell early in this play, he wasn't just thinking first down. He was thinking end zone, and he got there.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34.
he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
I got you. I got you.
Lance again here on 2nd and 10.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Not a lot of headway on that carry, but when you're dealing with a defensive line that can cover up your center, sometimes you got to think about getting out of that play. Not going to be a lot of space when that happens.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Right there. 50.
Lance now on 3rd and goal.
Rolling to his right. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Trey Lance,
his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They go play action now. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right.
And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
That's what I do. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Now it's Wilson. He'll find Eskridge here complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Tempo.
Penny, a first down carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
On second down now, it's Carson. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Wilson to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Well, you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3 and out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now it's Carson, runs through the contact, and he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, here's Wilson, sliding out of the pocket. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here, 3rd and 4.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. In your face. Alert.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 right at the 20. This is Carson. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle by Emmanuel Mosley. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
26 Mike. 26 Mike. Danny.
From the shotgun, Wilson. That one to Swain, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Hands it off out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 59 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the fourth.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
Check. 14. Mike's 54. 54. Here we go, Yee. Tighten up. 14.
Wilson. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Our time. It's our time. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
They'll try the left side. Carson, and same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal.
Shift. Hey, alert.
Throwing is Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter. You're going.
Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Niners, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.